Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fermi Paradox. When last we left off, we left our 4 nations here, including the newest, the Vakai turfs, which just look cool as hell and seem to be a fan favorite based on the comments. I would like to just give a shout out to all of you who have been watching the series and have been leaving comments. I read all of them. I answer as many as I can. I love hearing how interactive you guys are with the series. One thing I do want to clear up real quick, because I've been seeing a lot of comments about this and the Vakai made me think about it, is this season is very much a dark run. And what I mean by a dark run is I'm going to be choosing some of the more unethical options. I'm going to be trying to actually, if I could get 2 of these species to meet and have a war with each other, which I don't even know is in the game, I'm going to try and do that as much as possible. And here's the reasons, because the last 2 seasons of this, I've tried to do all the peaceful options, made sure that everything was as good as I could possibly get it. This time, we're going full chaos run. Let chaos reign here. If we end up with species dying off, that's just going to be part of the fun of this, is we're going to see what kind of madness we can get into here. So yeah, the reigning favorite are the Vakai here, who are kind of our bug overlords that have taken over the fan love here. I will say though, my goal in doing a chaos run is not to kill off everybody. I'm just gonna be choosing a lot more of the more dangerous options and seeing really to give more challenge to myself. Let's be honest. The last time I played through was pretty easy. I was able to kind of keep everybody in check and doing well. And this time I'm kind of just seeing what happens. It's probably going to be a complete disaster, and I think that's going to be absolutely fun. So yeah, I'm sorry if your favorite species dies off, or if they are more bloodthirsty than you would imagine them to be, but we are going for evil here, or dark, as we will. So we'll see where this leads us along the journey. But that being said, we're going to start here with the Vakai, and I can just see here, many use the proof of the underworld manifest on the world. Religious hysteria took hold of the lands around the chasm. Many use this evil as a means to dispose of others who were not like them. So we've got kind of this complete dystopia happening here based on the demons below. Complete religious hysteria, so this will be interesting. But starting this off, I think I will take a regular moat. Are the gods watching us? Oh boy, are they. Alright, how are the humans doing? Power. They want power. Artillery units. The humans begin using massive gunpowder cannons carried into battle by animals. These flexible units are deadly against fortifications, naval ships, and slow ground troops. Gunpowder cannons. Okay, artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be an ugly brawl. I don't know about dignity, but okay. Okay, so we could prevent it. It's a lot of synthesis to prevent it. Or we could go absolute power with it, which raises our casualties. Their growth rate's getting pretty good. We're not necessarily gonna kill them off if something bad happens. I mean, as I just said, let chaos reign, absolute power. The overloading the cannons leads to numerous explosions and miscommunication in battle, with artillery units firing on their own. Oh wait. Oh, that's the prevention option. Okay, I was clicking on the wrong button there. So absolute power. The humans build larger and larger artillery cannons. These huge weapons can be found in every settlement on Earth. Yikes. Let's get their technology up here. A remarkable academic is celebrated on Earth for their contributions to human society. I mean, let's keep going for their tech. Funny enough, it's like they got warlike, but they're warlike utopia. they're higher utopian than the prune are. Peaceful, beautiful poems are shared among the humans on Earth. Our guns alight, their fire rain. Let our enemies feel our disdain. There's the artillery poem of the nautical age. It's high utopia. Alright, yeah, let's keep growth going up, because, yeah, look at how low that potential casualties just shot down there. We're going to have a problem with resource scarcity in a bit here, but we'll cover that when we get to it. Got a few thousand years, I think we'll be okay. They established new resource management methods. There we go. They added another 1,000 years there. Alright, Vakai, how are we doing here? A great war threatens Kepler. Invasion of the Horde. Barbarian tribes of the Vakai rally together, forming a huge army of raiders. The momentum from this fearsome horde sparks an age of conquest and bloodshed on Kepler 4. The barbarian nation of the Huns became so great that more than 100 cities were captured, and there were so many murders and bloodlettings that the dead could not be numbered. Eesh. Okay, so total war is 0. Regular conflict gets us 7, so why wouldn't we just go for regular conflict then? Instead of total war, that doesn't sound great at all. Or we could sue for peace. I think we're going to go for regular conflict. We'll take a hit and everything. Their growth will go down, which actually will help them with the resource scarcity, even though the resource scarcity is also going down. So, but 1.4 million casualties, that'll also help with their resources as well. Okay, I don't want to lower their tech at all. The Vakai domesticated a new animal species. Interesting. Okay. Let's see here. Let's lower their growth for just a hot second here. I guess, well, let's not raise their growth just yet.
Do others, creatures like us, exist in lands far away?
Alright, lower their potential casualties. Alright. Tech up.
The work of a remarkable sage is widely circulated among the Vakai.
Alright. Proof of an underworld manifest on the world. Alright, how are the Damani doing? Resource crisis! Hooray! Coal scarcity. Coal fields are becoming scarce in the Vex system. The effects of innate consumption brought the Damani civilization to a breaking point. While they are dealing with the resource scarcity, will the sage regimes find ways to prevent the complete exhaustion of their environment, or will they turn against each other? Alright, let's see if we have to bail them out here. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna have to... We either can go for war, which will... I mean, they've got quite a lot of people. Their growth is way high, huh? So if we do that, it's gonna decimate a lot, but it might actually be okay if we think about the game's functions here. Because they've got so many people. I think that's the inherent problem here. Resources exhausted. So if we can kill off a lot of them, then we might be able to reverse that. Alright, coal scarcity. The Damani pick up their simple rifles and fight over access to their remaining coal fields. Tank battalions destroy entire industrial areas in the so-called coal wars. The coal wars, alright. Alright. Is there life after death? How are the Vulcans doing? Gillies is sending signals into space. Alright. Vulcans test the capacity of new radio technology, unaware that some of those cryptic radio waves may reach faraway alien civilizations in the future. Interesting. Let's boost that signal. I want these societies to find each other. I want there to be a galactic war going on here. That's what we want. All over Gilisi, Vulcan engineers transmit powerful radio signals in all directions. Mutual destruction here. There we go. So it's going to be hitting what first? Oh, it's going to be hitting the Vakai first. Okay. I want to head back to the Demomni here and see if we can fix their resource problem here before it gets any worse. A depleted land region on Vexus recovers under the care of demonic agricultural architects. Okay, let's do a question mark there. Yeah, not great. They use radio shows to spread lies and superstitions. All right. Hey, new tech age. Industrial. All right. They study electricity, steam power, and machine manufacturing in the industrial age. All right. Go for wisdom. That's 20. I don't know if I want to do that. Advancement or power. I think let's go for advancement. It is free. Then their growth and their resources will go up. So we'll go for that. Hard work and ingenuity are needed to manage rapid urbanization without critically harming the planet. Train networks across vast swaths of Earth offer high-speed mobility for both freight and passengers. Wonderful. Alright. I'm going to stick with the Damani here for a minute here. Just say things duplicate. In a state-of-the-art university on Vexus, the Damani achieve new scientific insights. Okay. Damani music albums represent harmony on Vexus. So yeah, represent harmony as they engage in coal wars. Okay. Is there alien life elsewhere in the Vex system? And will it ever invade Vexus? We will not know. Shrug with the shoulders. We do not know, Velmani. Is there life after death? We do not know. These are the questions we ask. Alright, new tech age. Let's see if this helps them at all. The nuclear age. Nice. When rocket technology begins to take off, the race for space dominance among the emerging superpowers of Vexus is on. Jet planes increase the potential for travel all over the globe, and nuclear-age communication technology allows news and entertainment to spread via mass media. As the Demoni delve into the secrets of the atom, the threat of extinction looms ever heavier on the horizon. Alright. Well then, do we go for wisdom, which is free? Advancement, which is not, or power, which gives us a little bit. Gives us a little bit. Let's go for wisdom. Why not? The Demoni romanticize technology as they begin to see the rapid, drastic changes it brings about in their society. Inspired by science fiction all across all media, the Demoni hope to make contact with alien life forms, if there's anybody out there. There we go, that's what we're talking about. Alright, resource scarcity in 80 years. We need to avoid that. Depopulation in Kepler. The first major settlements of the Vakai are constructed from very flammable materials. Accidents and lightning strikes cause a series of disastrous city fires. Igne natura renovatur integra. Through fire, nature is reborn whole. Eek. Okay. Alright, so we can prevent it, we can have regular development, or massive depopulation. I don't think massive depopulation is good for us. I mean, what's great is that, actually, what's not great, none of these cost us anything, but it also doesn't give us any. I think I'm feeling greedy on synthesis here, so if it's not going to give us any synthesis, there's no point here. It's just going to lower our growth rate, which, I mean, I guess would help with our resource scarcity, but harm potential is at 76%. Their growth is already going down. Let's go ahead and prevent. After the first city fires, the Vakai abandoned flammable materials in favor of stone. There we go. Smart Vakai. Let's up our tech level. I mean, you've got the Obsidian Age. Why aren't you just building all your houses out of obsidian? That's the way to go. The work of a remarkable sage is widely circulated amongst the Vakai.
Is there life after death?
Pull them out of dystopia a little bit there. Beautiful sculptures are shared among the Vakai in Kepler 4. Let's lower their harm potential should anything bad happen. Vakai sword folks lay down their obsidian blades and abandon the art of war. Go for regular synthesis.
Are the gods watching us destroy each other? This is so.
Okay. I think probably gonna get... Yeah. How are the Vulcans doing? Growth. Okay, that's a good thing. Public housing. To fight poverty and illness in the fast-growing urban centers of Gillies Sea, the Vulcans are creating large housing projects to accommodate workers and their kin. These giant structures are built and maintained by the city government. Alright, a square of 250 yards or less. That was all there was of Yago. Of Yago? But in that square, the human population swarmed in thousands, all that teemed in the old Yago. Okay. I don't want their growth to be high. Maybe we go to a dead end. Projects became plagued by overcrowding, crime, and administrative corruption. Only the most desperate Vulcans would consider living there. Yeah, dead end. And we'll gain some synthesis. 2. Okay. Industrialization gives the Vulcans access to fossil fuels and mineral resources deep beneath the surface of Gillies Sea. Oh no, resource crisis. I knew it was going to happen. Here we go. Uranium scarcity. Oh, that's interesting. Radioactive deposits are becoming scarce in the Vex system. The effects of Cold Wars brought the Demani civilization to a breaking point. While they are dealing with the resource scarcity, will the Sage Unions find ways to prevent the complete exhaustion of their environment, or will they turn against each other? Okay. Ooh, okay, so we could do war. Which would actually, again, help us, because their growth is so high. It's not going to help with the resources part, but it'll thin out the herd, I should say. It actually helps us more than I think precaution would, because if we roll, its chance for decline is 71%, right? Yeah, so we only have a 29% chance to succeed here, which always seems weird for me. But we actually would be more likely to survive if we actually just go to war, and we'll gain synthesis to help them down the line. Yeah, so weird, but okay. The Demani pick up their automatic rifles and fight over access to their remaining radioactive deposits. Naval battlefields destroy entire residential areas in the so-called Uranium Wars. Okay, so growth is down. Let's go ahead and take Dystopia down. The Demanis grow to fear the ruthless sage principle. Let's go ahead and take a hit to growth here, because we need that to help with the resources. Demani establish a new sage union. To go for peace? No, let's take growth down again, because the lower the growth at this point, the better their deposits are going to be. And if we can get them to the next age, that might be helpful. The state-of-the-art university on Vexus, the Demani achieve new scientific insights. Okay, developmental event for the humans. Knowledge in Soul. Hi, Algernon. Microform libraries. Well, that's interesting. Are these like those ones that they build on the street corners and you go up and you take a book and give a book? Is that what that is? A society of human archivists invents an analog scanning method that permits the replication, storage, and transmission of miniature documents. The archivists dream of a scholarly compilation accessible to every human on Earth. They call their project the Micro Library. I trust not this device which makes a text to dance upon the wall. We must shield our minds from its wicked light. Interesting. Okay, so we go for civilization or dead end. I kind of want to go for civilization, even though that's 60 synthesis. That will totally get them shot up to the next age. Let's give them something good for a change. The Microlibrary project receives broad support, encyclopedic miniaturized archives are made available to all human households. Alright. Ooh, there goes all the synthesis. Industrialization gives the humans access to fossil fuels and mineral resources deep below the surface of the Earth. Oh boy, the Vakai are now at the next technological age. They've reached the Steel Age. The Vakai on Kepler-4 are able to access countless sources of heat to refine metal ore. They start creating strong alloys to construct weapons, armors, tools, and buildings. Take your instinct by the reins. Your better best to rearrange. What we want and what we need has been confused. Finest Work Song by Peter Buck and Michael Stipe. Okay. Alright. So we want wisdom, advancement, or power. Power's not going to give us all that much. And their harm potential is already so high. I think maybe we'll go for advancement this time, actually. Because that way we will have more growth. We'll get the growth back. And we can have more resources along the way. Let's see, the Steel Age. Steel reinforced buildings and cave systems offer the Vakai protection from the harsh environment of Kepler-4. Soon settlements are getting expanded and colonists develop new bold designs for their living spaces, leading to an era of impetuous urbanization. It's hard to imagine these guys living in suburbia, you know? The Vakai are now able to produce sophisticated metal alloys, allowing them to construct impressive cities. Fashion a new type of steel pikes. Great, for war.
Will the lights in our sky go dark one day?
Okay. Rider invasions reduces the Vakai population. Hey, they got a new tech age. The digital age for the Demoni. The Demoni are now connected via complex computer systems, satellite networks, and mobile communication devices. With constant interaction on the global computer network and new digital art forms, cultural transformation is stark and rapid. Preliminary generic and biodigital experiments could lead to health improvements and longevity, but caution is advised in these and other uncharted territories. Okay. So. War. We could go for power. We could go for advancement, though that's gonna increase our growth even more. We could spend for wisdom, though I think we might go for power. I think let's go for power. The digital age. Digital technology applied to warfare results in guided missiles, enhanced recon, and remotely piloted combat drones. With autonomous killing machines just around the corner, Sage Unions could also implement ubiquitous surveillance to keep tabs on their citizens. Yes. In the buying and selling of things. So I see the Demoni as kind of like a trade-focused society. I'm thinking very much like the Western societies in Game of Thrones, or were they Eastern? The Eastern societies, wherever it was the Khaleesi had to like conquer over, where they were very much, I mean, granted they were into slaves at that point, but these folks I think are more into just like trade in goods and making sure that they get every little bit of good out of their trade. So it would make sense that they would also be, you know, sucking and trading information, a la Google, you know? So let's see here. If we can just manage to scrape together the resources so that we can get the resource scarcity to not be... Oh, in 99 years. That's better. Oh, well, I guess not. Let's find out. Resource crisis. Here we go. Scarcity crisis. Climate crisis. Fossil fuel reservoirs are becoming scarce in the Vex system, and the effects of uranium wars has brought the Demoni civilization to a breaking point. Will the Sage administrations find ways to prevent the complete exhaustion of their environment, or will they turn against each other? Okay. What will they do? What will they do? They do war again, which will have a lot of casualties, and actually might solve that problem. Precaution, what's our rate? Yeah, our rate's not very good for survival here. And that would be 60 points just to try and survive. So I think we're going to go for war again. The Demoni pick up their assault rifles and fight over the fossil fuel reservoirs. Jet fighter divisions destroy entire metropolitan areas in the so-called oil wars. So they went from coal wars to oil wars. But we've got a lot of casualties coming in, but that might actually be okay. Might actually be okay. Okay, resources up. Demonic video games represent harmony on Vexus. Oh. Oh my gosh, we got a new species already? Rigel system. Oh, I'm trying to remember what species are in the Rigel system. Let's see again. A life form on the ice planet Rigel 7. Oh, is this where my favorite plant species is at? A life form on the ice planet Rigel 7 has started making simple tools and has developed a rudimentary language. But which species will form a Stone Age civilization on the Rigel system? Oh boy. Okay, so yes, we have done the Doraloth before. This is not my favorite plant species, but we have done them before. We have the standard species, which is the Kular, which we've also done before, and then we've got the balanced species, the Esh, which we have not done. And I know we're going total chaos in this round, but I also want to try out different species too, so I don't want to redo a species if we can help it. So I'm going to go for the balanced species, the Esh, because these cool sort of cat worms that we got going on here, I like them. I like them a lot. Okay, so the Esh are a rational species of furry fish. Oh, they're not even worms, they're fish. Get it? Furry fish. Man, that just makes me think, like, how do they move in the water? They must move in the water, and their hair must kind of sway like a mermaid's almost. A rational species of furry fish creatures with very complex swarm behavior. Okay, so they're like furry piranhas. Cool. Alright, cool. Well, hello and welcome to our society here. Let's send you on your way then. On Rigel 7, the Esh civilization is born. Conflict between two major Esh schools is settled peacefully. They're the Esh schools. Aww. Vulcan nations. Development event. Reduction. Okay. Hopefully this is a good thing. Atmospheric water generators. The Vulcan nations begin using large machines to synthesize water from elements in the atmosphere. In the dry deserts of Gili Sea, this water is incredibly precious and allows the Vulcans to enrich the arid landscape. Water should be a free right for every worker. Even the magnates dare not charge us for the air we breathe. Why then should we have to pay for each drink we take? Okay. They do not have a resource scarcity. So we go for a dead end, but I feel bad because I always pick dead end for them. So in order of fairness to spread it out, let's go for regular development here. The water generators are effective but require a great deal of maintenance. They are built only near glass areas. And let's go for that. Oh boy, and so we've got our slowly expanding, what do you call this? Radio wave, I guess. Radio wave signal that should be hitting the Vakai first. But where are the Esh schools are up here. They have no knowledge of alien life forms. They've got 9,998 seaweed pods. All right, so we've got the Vulcans, the Vakai, the Esh, the Demoni, and the humans. If you want to see what happens next, folks, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos like this video so it shows up in the YouTube algorithms. And as always, folks, I will see you in the next game.